Hey guys, so today I'm gonna be showing a big clan base that I just was playing around with in a creative server and building. So I'm gonna start by showcasing the entire thing. So we got double high external stone walls, so we two compounds, and then we get into the up close to the base, horses, turrets all the way around watching, water collectors for the farms inside, the fertilization thing, or the compost, and refineries, and then a bunch of large furnaces, and more turrets watching everything. From here, we go inside of just a basic entrance, and we have inner peak downs. This should be metal. We have inner peak downs all the way around. And then from inner peak downs, we go into the main area of the base, and then we got main loot, TC and Tier 3. More turrets in the jump up, and then more loot here, and then power goes to the turrets, and then some lights are in the farm upstairs, and you lights all around the base. They're just not there right now, but you get the idea. Power, we got a bunch of storage everywhere, and then as you can see, there's some lights in this floor. So the power would be connected to all these to keep the farms growing, and the water collectors in the compound would be used to get as many crops as you want. More turrets, more storage all the way around. Same setup. Come up more. Then we have beds and lockers all the way around this floor. More turrets. Come up more. We have more lockers. We have just inside here for inner peak downs. How you get to them. This is what they look like. Can fall through here and here. That's all though. There. We can do the jump up to outer peak downs. And these can all be closed. More garage doors here. Showing the door. Garage door actually. So this is outer peak downs. Outer peak downs is a little bit I would say weird on this base. This is the only weird thing here. You can't see through there, but generally you should be able to see under it pretty easily from both sides. Like so. Then windows, or vertical embrasures all the way around. No iron window bars. Then we keep going all the way around. Same design, same thing. All the way around. The reinforced window glass. The reinforced window glass. And then we go up to the roof, which is right here. I can make the jump. Come up to that roof. Finally, we have some actual roofs to look over and shoot outside of our compound with, and then windmills. Since this base is big, but it can be complicated in some parts, I'm not going to spend an hour. It takes about, I would say it would take about an hour to build this base in total, and the resources needed are right there. I'm going to show you the key parts of this base that you need to build, but otherwise, it's just loot rooms, the same style loot rooms. I'll go back to it so I can show you guys one more time. The same style loot rooms, just loot room, and then more, and then farm. You don't have to do farm, you can just do more loot, beds and lockers, and then peaks. I will show you a few things about how to build this, but if I should do the entire thing, you'd get bored, trust me. Okay, so we'll start with the footprint. if you can't tell from up here, it's all triangles, so it would look like this. You start with metal because the entire base is metal. Like this, and then squares outward, triangles, like that. Pretty simple. And then door, garage doors, like this everywhere. Except for here. So this is just kind of a little bit of extra honeycomb, these triangles for the first floor. This is one of the only confusing parts of the base. This is obviously all armored, or sheet metal, whatever you can afford, you know. It's not that big of a deal. And then, obviously, you'd have the shelves, and you'd have TC here. So this is all backwards. TC would be, well, TC is like this. I'll show you in 1 second. And if you want to get the shelves all the way around, you could just make that. You can make that one twig, obviously. You want to make it metal. So, and to get TC, so TC is gonna look like this. You got TC, you're gonna come up against this wall, place it just like that, then triangle it, then grab your boxes, like so, box. That's shaped really badly placed. Box as tightly packed back there as you can get it. And another one just like this. Perfect. And then almost the same setup here. There, like so. Then sometimes you slide off placing this one. It's a little bit of a pain. Be like that, I guess, kinda. I don't know if that's gonna work for garage door. Or get garage doors. So garage doors, they would go, yeah. Garage doors have to be placed first on this part of the base. So garage door, garage door, garage door. You know, you got it. Same thing. For every other floor. The only difference on this floor than every other floor is that here it has a tier 3. It has sleeping bags, which I'll show you how to do right now. Where is my sheet metal door? Sleeping bags, which I'll show you, and then it obviously has this. Under the tier 2, you gotta rotate it. Rotate your box. 1, 2 under there. Get a campfire as well. Put that down. And for bags, you'd go 1, 2, 3, and then you could just go crazy here, depending on how many people you have. Okay, so from here, there's only a few more things that you need to know that are a little bit more complicated. In case you don't know already how to build a loot room, I'll show you right now. 2 boxes, box, 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 and then the same thing all the way on the top. From here, I'll show you the way that the next part of the base looks like. And for that core, it could be armored, it could be sheet metal, whatever you guys want to do. It depends on how many resources you have or whatever it may be. Now, floor-wise, you're going to go up a bunch more. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that for now. We'll leave it like this. The ceilings. Perfect. From here, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to the outer peak downs, or inner peak downs, for this part. It should look like this on the entire base. To do that, in case you didn't catch it already, from where the door is, you go triangle out, to the right and left triangle, and then square, square, and then you just repeat the same thing. 3 triangles, square, 3 triangles, square, 3 triangles, square, 3 triangles, square, 2 triangles, square, and finally 3 triangles back to the front door. From here, pretty self-explanatory. Just continue to build the walls and the inner peak downs all the way up to the top of the base. Like so. Now, one more floor. Yes. Now, for the inner peak downs, this is what you guys are going to want to do. You're going to want to go from the square, triangle, or, yeah, that's, sorry, I think it's, yeah, from the triangle, so on every edge, if you see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think triangles, yeah, 4, 5, 6, sorry, 6 triangles. So if you see on the edges, you have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On each of those triangles, you're going to want to grab the triangle floor and go out 1 with another triangle, like so. So it'll look like this. From here, on every triangle, you're going to go here, and then you're going to go out 1 like that. Man, that is I am very a little bit new. Well, not, I wouldn't say new at the inner peak downs, but sometimes on bases like this, it gets a little bit confusing on the way you want to have it, because you want to be able to see everyone in the inner peak downs, but you don't want to block it. So if I were to go like this, it wouldn't work. That's backwards, because this little slit here, it should be the other way. So it would be like this. Backwards is how I did it. But obviously you need to place this first. So I'll go back from the start and show you guys one more time. What you're going to want to do is find the triangle, the 6 triangles like I showed before. Instead of building out like this, that was my mistake, I'm sorry, build here, like that, and every single triangle. Stability is just stupid for some reason, probably because I forgot a wall, but like that, only in the triangle zone, not the squares. Boom. From there, just build 2 triangles protruding out from each edge of the first one. So, how you're going to want to do it. So you should have that. So you got to remember how to do that and make sure you guys know and you're not making the mistake of putting it here on any part of the square, or else it won't work. So from the square part, that's where the triangle is supposed to be sticking out. You might have to do that first depending on if it allows you to place or not. I'm going to do that first. It's easier for me. So like that, and the same thing like I showed you guys with the triangles. This, like this, and finally like this. Perfect. There is your inner beatdowns. Like that. Then finally, add your walls. They're sometimes tricky to place. Add your walls. And we are getting there. Beautiful. Now let's add our roofs, and then we'll move on to the next part of the base. For stability, have frames going all the way around. Not in the middle, that's not necessary, it's a waste of middle frames. Perfect. Just like that. Now, I'm gonna show you guys part of the inner area of the base. I'm gonna skip a lot because it's all repeating the same floors every time. So here, I'll skip this next floor here because this is just the same loot room. It's just the same loot room setup. I'll give you an example. Just all you have to remember for this part is put triangles over the triangles, like so. Except on this one, and then add the honeycombing, and that's it. Extremely simple. And then you repeat exactly what I'm doing. For the next however many floors in the base. And then if you want a farm, you can add it. If you want a place for electricity, like you want a large battery, you can add it. But generally, storage is really all that you absolutely need. But obviously, you can change out any of these rooms or floors for whatever you want, but I'm just going to be showing you storage. And the only thing you guys need to know is garage doors on every floor, everywhere, all the way around. On all the living rooms, like so. Garage doors like this all the way around. The same living room style I'll show you once again. Box, box. Just like that, and we're just going to repeat on every one of these. So what you're going to want to know now is basically the way the jump ups work is for the first floor, like I showed you, is door come in. On your right, you have tier 3, and then past that tier 3. What you're going to want to do is you have the auto turrets under every jump up. There's an auto turret. So you jump up here, and then after this, every jump up is the same. You walk forward, and you have your auto turret, you have left into the loot rooms, and then the jump up. Same thing here. You walk forward, you have your jump up, and then you'd walk there, and you'd get into the loot rooms. and you'd have garage doors all throughout this, like I showed you. Same thing, no different, just a different floor. So I'm not going to waste your guys' time with this, so I will just complete it, and I won't add the loot rooms into it. That's just painful to watch me placing all these boxes. Perfect. From here, same thing like I showed you, auto turret under, to jump up, jump again, same thing. I'll show you one more time. Jump up here. Then we have loot rooms this way, jump up there, and finally auto turret under. I'm not even going to bother placing the wall, you guys get the idea. I showed you twice already. If you need to pause the video and go back, you can. I will continue on. Now, this is the only floor that's a little bit different than the other ones. So from here, what you're going to want to do is same style jump up. You go forward, you have your jump up, like so. With your garage doors, and you have this. Same thing. No different. This is where it becomes different right here. What you're going to want to do is you're going to have your lockers and your beds here. So let's grab our lockers and our beds. So the way this is going to work is you're going to go wall there, wall there, wall there, wall there. I'll show you one more time. You walk into your loot rooms, you walk left. You have a wall, a wall, a wall, a wall. And then finally a wall. You don't use this spot. You don't have a wall here like on every other floor. Every other floor I'll show you down here. I know I didn't do this floor, but this here, instead of doing this on every floor, it would be... you'd add that second wall, but for this floor only, we're not going to do that because I'll show you, I'll give you an example of what we're going to be doing. Except for this square right here, it's going to be bed, locker, frame, garage door. Same thing, we'll add our garage doors now. And every one of these. Bed, lockers, bed, lockers, bed, lockers, and the floor is complete. Now that you guys have that floor, we'll move on to the way inner peak downs work. This is a little bit more confusing, but it's not too challenging, so as long as you pay close attention, you should have it down in maybe your first or second try. What we're going to do here is, like this, I'm going to wall that off. We're going to have it just like this. So, remember when I showed you guys this slit in the hole right here, in the inner peaks? That, every time you see a slit, you're going to wall. So every time you see the slit, you're going to wall. Add a wall. And not pack backwards. So, slit. Boom, another one. Wall. Every time you see no slit in the straight protruding triangle, you're going to add a frame. All the way around. There, you're going to want to add your garage doors all the way around. Did not mean to add a mini copter flying through the base. And like I showed you, just like that. And on every wall here, we're going to have lockers. Like so. As you can see, all these go here, like normal. So you, I know I forgot the auto turret here, my bad. You jump up, and you'd see garage garage doors surrounding all of this here. So this here, I'll show you in 1 second, but basically, in your peak downs, you can run all the way around. You have the ways in and out all throughout here, easily accessible and easy to use. Now, for the last part, inside here is used to hide in case you have pierces and you get caught when raiders are coming through inner peak downs or whatever it may be, or you could use it to get to the other side over here quickly. Now what this is used for is this part is used for the next jump up. We're going to jump up right here. And finally, you're going to add your garage door here, like so. And once again, triangle square. Boom. Perfect. Now, for the windmills, this really isn't challenging, but I will show you guys where they're going to be placed first. So first we're going to have only 3 windmills. You can add more. It's not really that important. I'll show you. It's the same thing here. You see? It's a little bit different because I'm really stupid and I didn't add the shooting floor yet. That's probably why. But so for the shooting floor, this part of the base is a little bit more confusing than the rest because the shooting floor, or the outer peak downs, whatever you want to call it, it's just a little bit hard to explain. So I'll try and go slow. Make sure you guys stay with me. Basically, when you jump up here from the inner peak downs, you're going to jump up and then add your windows. Like so, all the way around. Easy, simple, basic. Like so, garage door. Doesn't really matter where you put the garage door, I just put it there. You can change it up however you want. We'll add our ceiling. Like so. This should be a half wall, sorry, because this is where the jump is to the next floor. It's known as the roof. Here. Okay, inner peak downs. So I'm going to try and explain this as well as possible. I'm going to need you guys to pay attention now. So the way this is going to work is it is going to be when you walk out of the door. So the door for me, it doesn't matter where you place it, but if you're following the guide exactly, you jump up and you come left, it's right up against this wall here. You walk out. Here you have a square on the left, triangle. There's 2 different ones that's on the left, and then you go another square. Then, from there, you continue to follow, and you go another square. So you have 3 squares. Triangle. Triangle. Okay? From there, it should be square, square. And then once again, on this side, square, square. And from here, triangle. Now, this is where it gets a little bit more confusing, I think. It goes triangle again. Now for this part, it's going to be triangle, and then another triangle there, and then another triangle there. So I'll show it again on this side. You walk out, you have square, triangle, and then you have 3 squares, and then the squares over here. But the way this works is, once you get to here, it should be a triangle sticking out of that one. And then another triangle, and then another one sticking out like that. That's backwards, sorry, there we go. There, and then square, square, square. Perfect. And that is the basics of outer peak downs. Then you're going to want to add your windows. That's gonna trick you. I will show that in 2 second on how to do those. There's only 2 of these in the entire base, so I'll show you in 2 seconds. Doors all the way around. Like so. And then window. Come back around where there's 1 more of these window. And we continue to... Now for here, like so. And then you would go to the roof to jump up. I'm just going to fly up. And we're going to add as many roofs as we can. That flexibility. Just try and fill it in if you need to add frames anywhere, add frames. You might need to, you might not. It depends on how you do it. It can be a little bit tricky and it may take a little bit of pressure to try. And we'll just continue adding these around the whole base. Like this. Now, next part. This, you're going to need 2 frames there. Flexibility, add your ceilings, add your doorway. Perfect. You're done. Really simple, quick, easy, 6 frames. Okay, it's going to be a pain. I'm going to have to add the back one sometimes. I don't really know why it's glitchy like that, but in the end we got it down. Perfect. And in case you don't know how to add doors on Outer Peaks, I will show you. So what you're going to want to do is grab your single doors and grab your vertical embrasures. No iron bars, or whatever they're called. Always facing that way when you place them. Doors, they always swing that way, so you can't fall through or get in unless you have somebody pushing you. Same thing throughout the entire base. There are 2 places in the whole base that you can fall through, so make sure you're aware of that. I'll let you know when it comes up. It is right here. No, yep, right here. That's why that thing is facing that way. Continue going, get the entire thing. Here it is again. These doors should technically be closed. Now I need to find the other one. Should be around here somewhere. Let me find it. There it is. Or that's the first one. Where is this? There it is, right there. Perfect. Now, Outer Peak Towns are officially done. Beautiful. And we'll go like this again. And add our garage doors. There we go. Perfect. Now, finally comes the roof. All that you're going to want to do here is add a little box and the garage door like so, and then finally your windmills. You're going to have 3, you can have more, it depends on what you really want to do with the base. It doesn't matter though. So we're going to go here, here, and 1 more. It doesn't have to be out of metal, it can be out of whatever you want it to be. Always facing outward. afterwards, now if you're wondering, if you don't know already, I'm building a decent sized base, you're going to want to grab windmills, and finally, netting. So the way netting works, it's basically like a ladder, except you can place it in frames. What you're going to want to do is find there and there, the ones facing inward towards the door, and then whatever size you want, doesn't matter. And you're going to want to climb up and place it all the way up the windmill, like this. If you're wondering how to place the windmills, you're going to want to grab 3, and just come up to the top, sit far back, and play around with it, and you should have it after a while. And then obviously you connect your large battery wherever you have it in the base, whatever loot room you take out, it doesn't matter. But, and then obviously you compound, and like here, I would show you the auto turrets as well, and the front entrance, which I just forgot to do. It doesn't exactly matter where. I like to find the doorway here. I like to go from this doorway and go right, and then on the outside of the base, find the first door, single square, not double. Break it, and oh my god, I hate this stupid ability. But yep, that can happen. So do that first. So it'll make the outer piece fall for some reason. It's not a lot. Just be careful about that. And then just simply add this, just like so. And then, honestly, the auto turrets on the outside, everyone knows how to compound up. It's really simple and easy. If you don't know how, you just place a gate and then surround it with walls. And then you could add whatever you want. You don't have to have the horses or the large water catchers or this many furnaces. And you'd place them wherever you want, however spaced out you want. It doesn't matter. Have fun with it. Be creative. Do whatever you want. But for the auto turrets, you don't have to have that many. What I would recommend is, I'll give you an example. If you have a bunch of furnaces, try to place your auto turrets so that they're covering the furnaces in case you're out on a run or a rig, wherever you are. They'll be protected by auto turrets so they can't be looted, and hopefully no one will compound them out, which it can happen, but you know, as long as you're decently active and checking the HP of them, you should be okay. You know, you add them wherever you want, make it look symmetrical even. You know, it doesn't have to. Just be careful not to do that. And then, basically, that's the base. Yeah, that's it pretty much. And then, you know, compound. You can, I do also have a turret on the roof sometimes in case I land my copters on top, especially with the new update. You want to protect them better, so you can do that. There's a lot of room to change it up, a lot of loot rooms. You can take out floors, you can change farms, you know, you put the repair bench and a research bench wherever you want. If you're wondering where small furnaces go, in case you're curious, but you know, you'd have large furnaces, but if you're building this base, just put all that stuff here, all in the inner peaks, just all around the wall, like this. Obviously more easy, I'm just giving an example, all the way around, research repair bench, you know, up against the wall, or you could just dedicate a floor to it, or you could put it here, in between these, wherever you guys want. There's a lot of room to really change it up. I'm just giving you the basic structure, the design. If you want to see the footprint one more time, it goes like this. And then obviously, you could upgrade this to armor instead of sheet metal. That's how this one is. The entire core is armored. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. If you have any tips, or you want me to build a different type of base, or you're looking for something bigger, smaller, you want a specific group size next time, this I'd say is around, you would need a good solid 10 to 15 man to farm for this base. Unless you're a really good group and you know how to farm and you're pretty decent at the game, you can get it done, but it's pretty expensive. But yeah, comment down below if you want to see any like different um, builds, like a bunker base maybe, or anything interesting or cool. Any ideas? Just thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.